Sleep, the third and most often forgotten pillar of good health behind diet and exercise. At our core, we all know how important sleep is for our health. Yet, it is often neglected, and optimizing our sleep is not addressed despite the immense impact it has on our daily lives. For anyone who is serious about becoming the best version of yourself, giving yourself the most energy, the most recovery for skin, muscles, and brain, and the most success in your life, getting the best sleep is a must. While we all realize the importance of getting a good night's rest, our modern lifestyle has a way of making this easier said than done. In this video, we'll go over 5 simple habits you can change to improve your sleep. Small, simple changes that anyone can easily make that will change your sleep and your life for the better. So grab a blanket, cozy up, and let's get into our 5 simple habits that will fix your sleep pattern. Before we get started, if you value your health, please watch the video until the end and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Our goal here is to spread knowledge of health and wellness so you can live life to the fullest and unleash the best version of yourself. Now, let's get to our list. Number 1. Don't stay in bed awake. We've all been here before. You snuggle into your warm, cozy bed and close your eyes. 5 minutes pass and your brain asks, shouldn't you be sleeping by now? 10 minutes pass and your brain more firmly speaks, why can't you fall asleep? We have work in the morning. 20 minutes pass and your brain enters the irrational fear stage. What if I never become successful? What if my kids grow up to hate me? What happens when I die? This could continue for hours if you let it. Our first tip is a simple yet very important tip for good sleep. If you can't sleep, don't stay in bed. After the 20-minute mark of tossing and turning, unable to even get close to falling asleep, it might be time to give your brain some rest. Get out of bed and do something to calm your brain and body. Do something relaxing that doesn't stimulate your brain. Hard pass to cell phones or games. That will only make it worse. Non-stimulating books are a fantastic option. An alternative is meditation. Meditation has been shown in clinical trials to help people relax the body and calm down the fight or flight branch of the nervous system that can occur when we wake up in the middle of the night with that Rolodex of anxiety. By meditating, you can start to quiet the mind as well as the body, which also helps you fall back asleep more easily. So say no to staying awake in bed all night. Grab a nice book for a bit, then sleep tight. Number 2. Use the sun to reset your circadian rhythm. Another great sleep hack is to try to get some sun on your body early in the morning when you wake up. Exposing yourself to just 10 minutes of sunlight every morning has so many benefits. The one we are most concerned about in this video is that it will set your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is the 24-hour internal clock in our brain that regulates cycles of alertness and sleepiness by responding to light changes in our environment. By waking up and exposing yourself to sunlight, you set your circadian rhythm to release natural melatonin in 16 hours, setting your body to naturally become tired at the right time and fixing your sleep cycle. As someone currently living in winter where it's dark and cloudy in the morning, I understand we can't always wake up to tropical sunlight. Getting some fresh air into your lungs and being exposed to outdoor light will still help you set your circadian rhythm, just not as effectively as it would in a more sun-friendly environment. So start waking up to some fresh air and you'll be walking on sunshine in no time. Number 3. No snooze button. I might get a lot of cranky responses to this tip, but it's so important. Waking up to an alarm clock only to hit snooze for an extra 5 or 10 minutes of sleep is so detrimental to your health. Even though those 5 or 10 minutes of sleep feel like heaven, your brain isn't feeling so angelic. When you wake up in the morning, your brain is already in the waking up phase and is getting your body ready for the day. When you hit that snooze button and go right back asleep, you confuse your brain and make the waking up process that much more difficult when you wake back up 7 minutes later. Your brain sleeps in cycles called REM cycles. Each REM cycle lasts 60 to 90 minutes, and you feel the best when you wake up at the end of REM cycle, and the worst when you wake up in the middle of your REM cycle, which is where you get your deepest and most effective sleep. When you start that REM cycle again with your snooze button, your body and brain are expecting 60 to 90 minutes of sleep. They aren't very happy when you wake up 7 minutes later, and neither are you. you will enter into something called sleep inertia, which is a temporary disorientation and decline in performance and mood after awakening from sleep. Not ideal for a productive and joyous day. That snooze button kills your productivity and can have you in a mental fog all day long. From experience, this small change is difficult at first, but is a life changer once you finally establish the habit. Be careful what path you choose, because if you snooze, you lose. Number 4. Limit naps. So you didn't get the best sleep last night. You work a full day and come home at 4 p.m. You feel tired and exhausted, and maybe a quick nap will give you the energy boost you need to get through the rest of the day. You curl up on the couch with a warm blanket and tell yourself, just a quick nap, and then I'll be back full of energy for the rest of my day. You set the alarm clock for 30 minutes, close your eyes, and fall into a deep slumber. After 30 minutes, you awake to an alarm clock feeling absolutely miserable. Not enough sleep. You slammed what you thought was the snooze button. The next time you open your eyes, it's dark outside. It's 8 p.m. and your quick nap turned into 4 hours of your day. Later that night, you find it impossible to sleep as your brain is wide awake. You can't fall asleep until 3:30 in the morning, and before you know it, the alarm clock is going off at 7 a.m. and you wake up feeling worse than the day before. Sound familiar? Let's talk you through some quick tips so this never happens to you again. As stated earlier, your brain sleeps in cycles called REM cycles. These cycles typically last 60 to 90 minutes. Waking up in the middle of a REM cycle will have you feeling miserable as you have disturbed your deepest sleep. A nap of 30 to 40 minutes is a recipe for disaster, as you will likely wake up in the middle of a deep sleep. A nap of 60 to 90 minutes could be beneficial, but it is hard to predict the exact length of each cycle since they are never the exact same amount of time. One consistency of the REM cycles is that they take a while to enter deep sleep mode. If you limit your naps to 10 to 15 minutes, it won't give your body enough time to enter the deep part of the REM cycle, thus avoiding that feeling of waking up worse than you started. Naps aren't ideal for a perfect sleep cycle, but sometimes life happens and you need a quick boost. Instead of a nap, some alternatives to keep you awake until bedtime are to exercise, play a stimulating game, or do something that gives you purpose and can keep your brain active. If you desperately need a bit of shut-eye, limit it to 15 minutes, or you might wake up feeling worse than before. So keep your siesta short, or you'll be in for a long night of staying awake in bed. Number 5. No caffeine before bed. If you're not a morning person and wake up feeling groggy, a hot cup of coffee can be a quick cure to this problem. It won't give you energy, but it will block you from feeling tired, which definitely feels like energy to most people. An energy drink can keep you awake on extra long drives where you need to stay awake at the wheel. Caffeine itself isn't bad, but caffeine before bedtime can be a nightmare. Caffeine blocks adenosine, a chemical messenger that makes you feel tired and usually activates at night. The half-life of caffeine is about 6 hours, so if you are planning to go to bed at 10 p.m. but have some after-work coffee at 4 p.m., half of that caffeine is still in your body. This might explain why your brain is still alert and you find yourself awake at night until 1 a.m. It can take caffeine up to 10 hours to fully exit your body. Personally, I only consume caffeine in the morning and never touch it the rest of the day. Since caffeine can block you from being tired and stays in your system for 10 hours, I would recommend you stop consuming it after lunchtime. Sorry to all you caffeine junkies out there, but late night caffeine just isn't your body's cup of tea. So if fixing your sleep schedule or improving your quality of sleep is something you need to change in your life, give these simple tips a try. Sleep is something so simple, but making some small changes to your daily resting habits can make a huge impact on the rest of your day and the rest of your life. I have many more sleep tips for a future video, as proper rest is such an important part of your health. Your sleep habits are vitally important to your health and daily productivity. Don't sleep on it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and put on notifications so you never miss a video. See you in the next one, and remember to stay healthy and stay based.